I hear, I don't, what I don't understand about a lot of dudes and the stuff that they do and the stuff that they preach about and the stuff that they informing people about life and like I hear a lot of dudes, right? I scroll through YouTube and sometimes I'll listen to a couple of people and stuff like that. But to get their advice on certain things or how they see certain things. But at the end of the day, their views, even my views, don't pertain to your life. You can't tell individuals how to particularly do something with a certain individual or with other individuals if you don't understand their life, their culture, or where they live. When you advise men on how to approach women and date women, yes, women are universal, and yes, they have nature and their own way of thinking, and majority of it is correct. But at the same time, you have some certain exceptions to these rules. You can't tell certain dudes to just lie to females and or tell females to lie to men. Or, I don't understand this divide and conquer thing with men and women going on right now. Yes, I have posted videos under certain movements just to see if people will watch them. But I'm not for any particular movement because I know in life we adapt and we adjust to our circumstances and to what's going on in our lives and situations. And yes, men might have to go MGTOW just to find themselves. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to come back to a woman. Like, what life is that if you're not going to come back to a woman and interact? Like, what kind of separation is that? Like, what kind of life is that? So you can't tell a person to go all the way, like those movements to me are self-development movements. When you take yourself away from people and individuals, you should just be focused on yourself and developing yourself so that you could be better and you could attract better people and you have more to offer. But you have to expect those people to be doing the same things. You can't just be running around interacting with a bunch of people and manipulating people because of your knowledge and the things that you know about life and game and all these things. Of course, you have to know game because you don't want people to game you. You don't want people to game you. So the youth and the young men and the young women have to understand that they have to be about self-development first and foremost. Self-development is over everything, mental and physical. Because once you understand everything and you have game and you have knowledge of how to take care of yourself and run your businesses and your family, then man, all that stuff don't mean nothing, man. Life isn't about chasing women and men and trying to get things out of them and manipulating them. Learn yourself, learn how to actually get people to chase you. If you build something, people gonna be looking at you for advice, for motivation. So that's the only thing you could do. Me, now that I'm down here, all I do is just focus on my grind. My grind is my movement. My grind is my brand. I don't have time for tail and to chase women and all this type of nonsense. It's not my thing. It never was my thing. I was always on the grind. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know somebody is listening. I can't tell you to what you should do and how you should react to a person in your life because I don't understand the whole situation, the whole dynamics of your relationship and what you go through with that person and what they go through with you. Everybody there's three sides to every story, right? So what only thing I could tell people is just, what are you doing for yourself? What have you done for yourself? What can you do for you? And what has that person been doing for you? And how do they help you? And what does that relationship mean to you? I advise people different on relationships. My advice is to always go into relationships open, and I'm going to do a video on that, why I think you should do that. And then you build on the monogamy. You learn each other, and then you build. But we have this thing backwards where we go into things ass backwards. Like we be going to things with our head first instead of with our feet first. Maybe I'm saying that in reverse too, but you understand what I'm saying? We're not being taught correctly on how to approach life. We're not being taught correctly on how to deal with each other and build with each other and learn with each other. We're just being taught this divisiveness. And a lot of people are coming, with all this clout, with the clout chasing era, people just want to teach something that they're hearing from other people and just adding on to their own thing, and it's causing a lot of division amongst people because people are trying to manipulate, or people feel like once they learn this, they could get, it don't work like that, man. The real world don't work with certain tactics because everybody is not the same. Majority of people will fall for certain things, but if you want quality people, you have to be a quality person yourself. You have to be doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. Give me a while now, this window's getting hot. But at the end of the day, that's the message that I got, man. Life is all about self-improvement. That's it. It's all about self-improvement. All this relationship stuff and all this advice I could give you about that, that don't mean nothing if you're not developing yourself and not fulfilling your life and your purpose. What's life without fulfilling your purpose? Nothing. And living and saying, yeah, I accomplished certain things and I did what I had to do. Because people gonna come and go in your life, but what have you done for yourself? That's what you need to ask yourself. What have you done for yourself? Huh? And how can you improve on yourself? Okay, you don't want to be like this dude. And I'm gonna end it on that note. Carry on.